Hi YouTubers, welcome to our tax training, and our episode for today is about the recording in the books of accounts for general merchandise business and preparation of financial statements. So these are just a very simple example para matutunan nyo pa yung papaano kung ano yung mga common entries na ginagawa po sa libro, no? So let's start with the chart of accounts for general merchandise business on non-VAT, no? Hindi po kasama yung VAT dito. Meron tayong separate na video on posting po dun sa subsidiary sales journal and subsidiary purchase journal para po yun sa VAT. So itong example natin sa inyo na simple recording sa mga books of accounts para po sa non-VAT dito, no? So we start with, sa recording po, nauna talaga yung mag-assign tayo ng mga chart of accounts. Ito yung mga account title na gagamitin natin so that pag nag-post na po tayo dun sa ating libro, ito yung mga account title na gagamitin natin, no? So we have our balance sheet accounts. And for the balance sheet accounts po natin, we assign a code po bawat title, no? So we start with the assets. And sa assets account po natin, nag-start tayo sa 100 na account code. So ang cash po natin, yung account code is 110, accounts receivable 112, merchandise inventory 115, office supplies 116, prepaid insurance 117, land 120, store equipment 123, accumulated depreciation store equipment 124, furniture and fixtures 125, accumulated depreciation furniture and fixtures 126, office equipment 127, accumulated depreciation office equipment 128, transportation equipment 129, accumulated depreciation transportation equipment 130, building 131, accumulated depreciation building 132, leasehold improvements 133, amortization, leasehold improvements 134, and then we have land 135. For the balance sheet accounts po na liabilities, we have the account code na 200. So for accounts payable 210, salaries payable 211, income tax payable 212, withholding tax payable 213, loan payable 214, notes payable 218, unearned rent 216, unearned deposits 217. No? Owner's equity, we have account code 300. So our capital is 301, drawings 302, income summary 303. No? For income statement accounts, we have the account code 400. For sales, 401. Sales returns and allowances, 402. Sales discounts, 403. For the cost of goods sold, we have account code 500 since this is a general merchandise business. For purchases, 501. Purchase discount, 502. Purchase return, 503. Merchandise inventory beginning, 504. Merchandise inventory end 505. No? So yun po yung ating chart of accounts saan po natin gagamitin pagka nag-record na po tayo sa libro. Okay? So umpisa na po tayo sa ating journal entries. Yung ating pong journal entries, ito po yung i-record po natin sa journal natin. So tuturuan ko po kayo kung paano yung pag-record po, no, dito sa journal. So this is our journal at saka yung ating ledger. So ito po yung dalawang libro na tuturuan ko kayo ngayon kung paano kayo mag-record. So for the journal entries, we have our entry, no? Makikita po ninyo sa screen natin, may mga entries tayo dyan on January 3 and January 4. So paano po yan? Yung mga transactions na yan, i-record po natin sa actual na libro. Ito po yung journal natin, no? Dito natin i-record, and please lang, wag po tayong magkamali na gagamit tayo ng journal hindi registered. So palagi kong paalala sa inyo yan na yung ating journal kailangan po may tatak, no? Otherwise unregistered po ang inyong mga libro. So we'll start with our transaction on January 3 Ano yung transaction natin sa January 3? We have our merchandise inventory, debit, 2,510. And we have our cash na credit, 2,510. And para saan yan? To record purchase of inventory from AMC Marketing in cash. Kasi bumili tayo ng merchandise inventory in cash. So anong ginawa natin? We debit inventory and then we credit cash. No? So yun yung journal entries pagka bumili tayo. And then noong January 4 ulit, nangutang tayo ng merchandise inventory. So ano naman yung ating entry? Debit merchandise inventory, 9,250. And then we credit accounts payable, 9,250. No? So yan po yung recording dito po sa journal. So kung paano natin ipa-plot dito sa journal. So ito, andito yung column for the dates and then yung column po para dito sa code number ng account dito. Yung kaninang sinasabi ko na code number, ito po yung column niya. And then ito po yung column ng debit, ito yung column ng credit. So kung mapapansin niyo may dalawa siyang column, no? And then dito yung explanation ng account. Okay. So yan po yung standard natin na format sa journal. Okay. So after nung January 3 and 4, meron tayo ulit na transactions, no? Ano naman po, kailan naman po yan? February 3 and 4 naman ulit. So ano yung transactions natin noong February 3? Meron tayong inventory na binili, 3,000. And then, utang siya. So, accounts payable, 3,000. So, we debit merchandise inventory, 3,000. And then, we credit accounts payable kasi utang pa siya ng 3,000. Ano pa explanation natin? To record purchase of inventory in cash from AMC Marketing. And then, nung February 4 ulit, meron tayong accounts payable na 3,000. Nagbayad tayo kasi inutang natin yon. And then, anong kinredit natin? 2,940 lang. Why? Nag-credit ulit tayo na merchandise inventory kasi nagbigay ng discount, no? So, how much is the discount? 60 pesos, no? So, bakit natin kinredit sa inventory? Para mabawasan yung inventory kasi hindi naman natin binayaran po lahat. So, yung next natin na transaction noong March. So, nagkaroon po tayo ng cash sales na 1,800. So, debit cash 1,800 and credit sales na 1,800. No? So, to record cash na binenta natin. So, pagka nagbenta tayo ng cash, debit cash, credit sales. Yun po yung journal entry, no? And then, magkano yung binili natin, yung binenta natin na 1,800? How much is our cost of goods sold? No? So, our inventory is 1,200. And then, yung binili natin yan, kasi binenta natin ng 1,800, binili natin ng 1,200. So, ano yung entries natin, journal entries, pag ni-recognize po natin yung cost nung binenta natin? Debit cost of merchandise sold, 1,200 and credit merchandise inventory. Bakit credit yung merchandise inventory? Para mabawasan po siya kasi binenta na. Nagbayad po tayo ng credit card expense, no? How much? 4,150. No? So, meron tayong credit card expense. O noong March 31, no? So, meron tayong 4,150. Debit credit card expense, credit cash na 4,150 to record service charges on cash sales for the month. So ano yung journal entry natin? Nagbayad tayo sa credit card, debit credit card expense, credit cash, no? 4,150. Then meron pa tayong ibang transactions, no? Noong March 10, nag-sale tayo ng 18,000, no? So, we debit accounts receivable sa digital communication technologies na 18,000 and then we credit sales ng 18,000 to record sales on account kasi pautang. And how much is the cost of goods sold noon? 10,800, no? Ayun ang cost of merchandise sold niya. Binayaran na naman ng pinag-utangan natin noong March 19. No? So nagbayad siya ng yung inutang niya na 18,000, binayaran niya nung March 19 pero may discount, no? So paano natin i-record? We debit cash 17,640 and we debit or also sales discount 360. No, anong kinredit natin? Yung accounts receivable natin na 18,000. Kasi sa 18,000 na kinolekta natin, yung pautang natin, ang binayad na kas 17,640 lang at yung discount is 360. No, kasi nagbigay tayo ng discount. So, yun po yung ating transaction for the month of March. So, for the month of April naman, meron tayong sales return and allowances na binalik yung sales natin, no? Yung inventory, hindi natuloy yung bentahan. So, una na gagawin po natin, magkakaroon tayo ng credit memo, no? Credit memo sa account niya na 2,250 para na-inform po yung customer. Okay? So, paano po natin i-record yung sales returns na yan? Debit sales returns and allowances, 2,250. Credit accounts receivable, 2,250. Bakit? Kasi accounts receivable natin yun noong binenta pa natin kasi hindi pa nagbayad, no? So, to record sales return, yun po yung ating explanation. And then, noong April 13 ulit, may merchandise inventory naman na 1,600, credit cost of merchandise sold na 1,600 to record the cost of merchandise return. Kasi yung ni-return na 2,250 na sales na binenta natin, ang cost noon is 1,600 lang. Since binalik, so ibalik din po natin yung tinanggal natin sa inventory. Kaya nag-debit tayo ng inventory na 1,600 and then we credit cost of merchandise sold na 1,600. No? So, ganyan po yung pagre-record dito sa libro. And then, nung May po, meron tayong merchandise inventory na 5,000 and then accounts payable na 5,000. So, nangutang po tayo ulit ng merchandise inventory. So, anong ginawa natin? Debit merchandise inventory na 5,000 and then credit accounts payable na 5,000 to record the purchase of merchandise. No? Pagdating naman ng May 4, meron tayong accounts payable na Delta Data Link na 3,000 and then we credit merchandise inventory na 3,000. No? Okay, to record return portion of merchandise purchase. Kasi yung binenta nila, portion nun, ibinalik. No? Magkano binili? 5,000. Magkano binalik? 3,000. So, magkano lang babayaran niya? 2,000. No? So, pagdating naman po ng May 12, binayaran ng Delta Link yung kanyang utang na 2,000. No? So, accounts payable, debit accounts payable, Delta Data Link. Bakit nag-debit tayo? Kasi ang accounts payable natin ay nagbayad na, no? I-debit natin para mawala na siya doon sa accounts payable and then we credit cash, no? Binayaran na natin, no? So, yung credit cash na yan, 1,960 and then we credit also merchandise inventory. Bakit? Kasi binigyan ng discount na 40 pesos or 2% noong 2,000, no? So, meron ng discount. So, ito po yung journal entries pag nirecord po natin yung ating pagbayad doon sa accounts payable. Okay? And then next, dito na po tayo sa June. No? Yung June natin transactions. So, noong June, nagkaroon tayo ng bilihan ng merchandise inventory. Ang term is FOB or freight on board. No? Nag-order tayo. So, magkano yon? Debit merchandise inventory na 900, credit accounts payable na 900 kasi inutang lang, no? And then ni-recognize po natin yung shipping cost na 50 pesos. So we debit merchandise inventory, we credit cash of 50 pesos. Paid shipping cost on merchandise purchase. Bakit po natin dinagdag yung 50 na shipping cost sa merchandise inventory kasi part po yan ng cost ng inventory. So doon po natin idagdag para alam natin yung cost talaga ng inventory kasi doon siya nabilong, no? Gastos nun yun para madala yung inventory ma-deliver dito sa customer. And then nung June 15, ano nangyari? Accounts receivable, credit sales. Nag-sales tayo ng 700 pero utang, no? So anong ginawa natin dito? Accounts receivable, 700, credit sales, 700. To record merchandise sold, terms FOB, destination, no? So FOB destination, ibig sabihin sila yung magbabayad ng shipping cost, no? So, noong June 15, nirecognize natin yung cost na merchandise sold natin. Yung sold natin is 700, ang cost niya is 480. So, anong ginawa natin? Debit cost of merchandise sold, 480. And then, credit merchandise inventory na 480 para ibawas sa inventory po natin kasi nabenta na. No? And then, nung June 15 also, nagbayad tayo ng delivery expense para doon sa binenta natin na merchandise inventory, no? So anong ginawa natin? We debit delivery expense and then we credit cash kasi binayaran po ng cash. To record payment in cash or shipping cost on merchandise sold, no? So nagbayad tayo ng 40 pesos. Pagdating naman po ng June 20, ano nangyari? Nakabenta tayo ulit ng merchandise na terms FOB shipping point, freight on board, no? Shipping point. Ibig sabihin po ng shipping point, pag karga mo na sa barko, doon sa goods, considered deliver mo na yon sa bumili, no? Bakit? Kasi ang liability nandoon na sa common carrier kung sino yung magkakarga, no? Siya na yung may liability na i-deliver yun dun sa nag-order. Wala na yung liability yung seller, no? Okay. So, noong June 20, nagbenta tayo on account yung 800. So, we debit accounts receivable kasi dinagdagan natin yung receivable natin. Nagpautang tayo and then we credit sales na 800. No? Ano yung shipping arrangement doon? FOB shipping point. Ibig sabihin, freight on board, no? So, nirecognize natin magkano natin ang cost nung 800 na binenta natin na inventory. So, the cost of goods merchandise sold is 360, no? So, we credit also merchandise inventory na 360 para tanggalin yung nabenta na merchandise. Okay. Anong explanation natin? To record cost of merchandise sold to planter company. Okay? Magkano ang bayad natin sa shipping cost? Accounts receivable, planter company, 45 and then credit cash, 5. Bakit nag-debit tayo na accounts receivable na planters company? Dagdag yan doon sa inutang ng planters company. So, dinagdag natin na yung 45 kasi isasama natin yun doon sa cost ng merchandise. Okay. Okay, so yun po yung ating transaction sa journal, no? Tapos na yung ating mga entries, no? Tapos na. So, papaano naman tayo mag-record nun, no? I-record naman natin yun. Pagkatapos, i-record natin yung mga ni-record natin sa journal, dadalhin natin po yun sa T-account. Ano po yung T-account? Ito po yung ledger, ang tawag dito, T-account. Bakit? Kasi yung T-account niya, meron siyang account sa left side, meron siyang account sa credit side. So, pagka debit side po siya dito, ito yung mga assets na account mag-increase. Pagka sa left side naman, ito yung mga liabilities account na mag-increase, no? Ang asset account, pag nilagay mo dito, mag-decrease siya. Ang liability naman, pag nilagay mo dito sa debit side, magdi-decrease din siya, no? So, nag-o-offset lang sila. So, anong mga nilagay po natin sa account na cash, no? Balikan natin yung ating transaction nung March 3. Ano ba yung account natin nung March 3? Tingnan natin dito, Okay, so nung March 3, meron tayong debit na cash and then meron tayong credit na sales, no? So, 1,800. So, So ano yung i-record natin dito? Meron tayo noong March 3 na sales na 1,000 kasi nag-debit tayo ng cash o debit cash, yun na 1,000. And then, nag-credit tayo ng sales na 1,800. So, debit sales 1,800, debit cash 1,800, and then nag-credit tayo ng sales na 1,800. So, anong nangyari doon sa sales naman natin na account? Papakita ko lang sa inyo yung mga debit credit, no? So, itong ibang mga credit dito sa cash, kasi ito yung dinebit natin yung cash na account natin, no? Noong March 3, may sales na 1,800. Tsaka noong March 19 naman, 17,640. Yun po yung ating mga sales, no? Cash sales na dinebit natin sa cash. Tapos, yung ibang mga transaction natin, noong January 3, nag-credit tayo ng cash, pambayad natin sa merchandise inventory, 2,510. Noong February 4 na naman, nagbawas na naman tayo sa cash natin, binayad natin sa accounts payable, 2,940. Noong March 31, nagbayad naman tayo sa credit card, binawas din natin yan sa cash, 4,150. Noong May 12, nagbayad tayo ng accounts receivable natin, 1,960, bawas din sa cash. And noong June 10, kumuha din tayo pambayad sa June sa ating merchandise inventory na 50, ito yung sa shipping cost. So, bawas din po sa cash yan, kaya credit. And then June 15, delivery expense na 40. And then noong June 20, pambayad din natin doon sa sales natin na cost na 45. So, ito po lahat yung sample natin sa tawag natin na T-accounts or ito yung ledger, no? Anong purpose po ng ledger? Yung debit, yung dagdag, at saka yung bawas, no? Bawat account. Para malaman natin, kagaya ng cash, magkano ba dinagdag natin sa cash, magkano binawas sa cash. Para pagdating ng end of the month, malalaman natin kung magkano yung balance ng cash natin, no? Pagdating sa accounts receivable naman, ganun din, no? Noong March 10, nag-debit tayo ng accounts receivable dahil may sales tayo na 10,800. Noong June 15, nag-debit din tayo ng accounts receivable na 700 kasi nagbenta din tayo, no? Ng 700. Noong June 20, nag-debit din tayo sa accounts receivable natin ng 800 kasi nagbenta tayo. And then, noong March 19 naman, nagbawas tayo ng accounts receivable na 18,000 na benta natin yun na sales kasi nagbayad na, no? So, April 13, ganun din, nagbayad na siya ng 2,000, nagbawas tayo ng 2,250 kasi sales return to binalik, no? Kaya nagbawas tayo ng accounts receivable. So, and so on. So, ganyan po. Sa office supplies, ganun din, nag-debit tayo ng 610. Oh, so sa lahat ng mga account ganun din. Yung mga asset account natin may debit balance, liability account natin may credit balance po 'yan. So ibig sabihin, so credit sila dito sila sa left, no? Dito sa kanan naman yung asset account. Okay? So yan po yung ating ledger at yan po yung ating journal. Sila yung mga importante po na books sa atin, no? Kasi nandiyan yung summary ng sa ledger para makita natin yung balance at the end of the period. Sa journal naman, nandiyan yung mga explanations kung ano po yung mga account na yan, no? At pagdating na po ng tax audit, hindi po mawawala talaga to. Ito yung hinahanap ng examiner, yung journal at saka po yung ledger, no? At of course, the supporting documents. Kasi pag nag-record kayo dito, kailangan may resibo kayo na ipapakita. Otherwise, wala pong evidentiary value yung ating libro. Kung entries lang yan nandyan, pero walang nakasupport na dokumento. Okay? So, nakapag-post na po tayo sa ledger, nakuha natin yung ending balance, and then nakapag-post tayo sa journal para doon sa explanation ng mga business transactions natin. Now, let's go to the preparation po ng income statement, no? Ito, sample lang po to ng income, no? Halimbawa, sa year na 2019, magkano yung revenue from sales natin, yung total, no? During the year is 720,185. Example lang po to. And then, meron tayong sales return and allowances, 6,140. And we have sales discount na 5,790. So, all in all, ang bawas natin po sa sales natin is 11,390. So, yung net sales natin is 708 na lang, 255. No? And then, since doon kanina sa mga ginawa natin, nire-recognize natin yung bawas sa merchandise inventory kasi siya yung cost of goods or merchandise sold. Yun naman na benta. No? So, net sales natin 708,255 and based on the total, ang total na merchandise sold is 525,305. No? So, how much is the gross profit? The gross profit is how much? 182,950. No? Pagdating naman po sa mga expenses, magkano? Sales salaries expense, 53,430. Advertising, 10,860. Depreciation, 3,100. Delivery, 2,800. And then miscellaneous selling expenses, 630. So, ang total selling expenses is 70,820. Okay. So, let's go to total selling expenses. Let's go to administrative expenses, no? So, we have office supplies, 21,020. We have rent expense, 8,100. Depreciation expense. Office equipment, 2,490. Insurance expense, 1,910. Office supplies expense, 610. And miscellaneous administrative expense, 760. So, total administrative expenses, 34,890. No? So, our total operating expenses is 105,710. So, we have income from operation of 77,240. Okay, so paano natin i-compute yung income? Sa individual ito, meron tayong tinatawag na tax rates ngayon under the train law, and the first 250,000 is exempt. No? So, other income and expense, meron siyang rent revenue na 600, meron siyang interest expense na 2,440. No? So, magkano na lang ngayon yung net income? 75,400. No? So, more or less, meron na po tayong sample sa inyo ng financial statement. So, income statement. No? Mas nauna po siyang ipiprepare kayo sa balance sheet. Okay, so ano tong tinatawag natin na selling expenses? Ito yung incurred directly in the selling of merchandise. No? So, directly. Include sales salaries, store supplies used, depreciation of store equipment, delivery expense, and advertising. No? For administrative expenses naman, ito yung tinatawag natin na general expenses incurred in the administration of business. No? Example, administrative expenses, salaries, depreciation of office equipment, and office supplies, no, used. Okay. So, I give you the example of the income statement. Now, I give you the statement of owner's equity for merchandising business. Okay. So, owner's equity, ibig sabihin, single po ito, no? So, we have the capital beginning January 1, 2019. Net income for the year, no, 17,500. Less withdrawal. Okay, so 18,000. So total increase in owner's equity, 57,400. No? Yan po yung sample natin ng statement of owner's equity for merchandising business. Yung next natin na i-discuss is the balance sheet, no? Ano po ba yung balance sheet? Itong balance sheet, ito yung nandito yung mga ari-arian natin na ginagamit natin sa business. So at the end of the year, binavalue natin sila ulit kasi yung mga wear and tear nila, allowed po tayo na i-claim natin. Okay? So we have under balance sheet item, we have the cash 52,950, accounts receivable 91,080, merchandise inventory 62,150, office supplies 480, Prepaid insurance, 2,650. Total current expense natin, 209,360. For the property, plant, and equipment, okay, so we have land, 20,000. We have store equipment, 27,100. Pero bawasan po natin siya ng depreciation na 5,700. So, 21,400 na lang yung store equipment. We have the office equipment, 15,570, less accumulated depreciation, 4,720. So, magkano na lang ang natira? 10,850. So, total is 52,250. Total assets, 261,560. So, yun po yung format natin ng balance sheet hanggang total assets po tayo. And now, let's go to the liabilities, no? So, for the current liabilities, we have the accounts payable, 22,250. Ito yung mga pautang natin. Salaries payable, 1,140. Notes payable, only the current portion, 5,000. And unearned rent, 1,800. No? Total current liabilities, 30,360. Note payable, final payment due. So, i-add natin yung owner's equity doon sa mga liabilities natin para makuha natin yung total stockholders equity and capital. So, we have the capital 211,200 and then the owner's equity na total na liabilities 261,560. Ano naman po itong sinasabi na adjusting entries, no? Kasi minsan nagiging misrepresented yung ating financial statement kung hindi po tayo nag-adjust. No? So ito yung example. The cost of merchandise sold, 1,800. Merchandise inventory, 1,800. No? So inventory shrinkage, 63,950. So yun po yung entry natin for inventory shrinkage. No? Closing entries. Closing entries for a merchandising business are similar to those for a service business. The 4 closing entries for merchandising business are debit entry, temporary account with a credit balance, such as sales for its balance, and credit income summary. No? And then we have the credit its temporary account with a debit balance, such as the various expenses, and debit income summary. No? Since sales returns and allowances, sales discounts, cost of merchandise sold are temporary account with debit balances, they are credited to for their balances. No? Okay, so debit income summary for the amount of its balance, net income, and credit owner's capital account. The account debited and credited are reversed if there is a net loss. And the debit owner's capital account for the balance of the drawing account and credit the drawing accounts. So, account income summary. So, ito na po. Debit revenues, expenses, net income. So, yun po yung mga laman ng account natin ng income summary. Paano naman po yung journal? No? So, yung journal, yun yung sinulat na natin kanina dito sa libro. No? Ito na lahat yung makikita natin, no? So, ito, summary na lang ng mga journal entries na ginawa natin. Kasi nung December 31, yun na po yung end of the period. So, dumami pa yung ating mga transactions. So, nung December 31, we have sales, 720,185, and then the rent revenue, 600. Yung income summary natin is 720,785. No? So, income summary natin, 645,3385. Umpisa natin sa closing entries. We have our sales. And then we have our rent income. No? And then we have our income summary. No? Debit. And then sales returns and allowances, credit. No? Sales discount, credit. Cost of merchandise sold, credit. Sales salary expense, 53,000. And then we have advertising expense, 10,860. Depreciation expense, store equipment, 3,100. Delivery expense, 1,800. Miscellaneous selling expenses, 630. So more or less yan po yung format ng ating financial statement. So we have the income statement and we have the balance sheet, no? Yung dalawa na yun. And we have the statement of owners equity, no? For merchandising business. So nakatatlo po tayo. We have the income statement, we have the balance sheet, and then the statement of owners equity. So, para hindi po ninyo makalimutan, itong pro forma natin na nilagay na po dito na makikita ninyo sa screen. So, more or less, yan po yung susundan ninyo. Yun ang magiging guide nyo para di kayo magkamali o kaya dun sa mga account, sundan na lang ninyo at saka i-fill in na lang yung amount. No? So, with that, I would like to say thank you. At please still tune in to us, subscribe to our channel, and we promise to bring you more topic on tax training. Thank you and a good day.